public back.
This is true. All right. So what I'm going to say is you guys ended up seeing as, well, I know that I thought Harkon was going to be joining us, but he is not, so I'm going to stick him down there. But basically what happened is you guys were going to head in the opposite direction back to Davenport, but you decided to all of a sudden remember that Zaertas and Zalice had been captured by Team Rogue, so you're heading into the woods to try and catch up with them to rescue your comrades in arms. We also know that Orissa has decided to stay behind in Wormwood with her sister Fertilla to take care of her, while Igor comes with you guys to find the remaining ingredients to his potion or his antidote for Fertilla before she turns completely. So the person that is going to be coming with you is going to be at least Igor. So he's on his way with you guys. But aside from that, I think that's pretty much it. So you guys, I'll say, already headed into the woods. A nice, wonderfully spooky, dark woods. Boop. And right now it's...
No. Did I get to...
No.
Hmm?
Well, she was wondering if she got DC'd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Spooky.
Yes, very spooky woods. So you're actually heading in the same direction you guys were going last time when you ran into that black root Lashen. So,
Yes, thank you.
it's a little spooky.
Play the music.
Motherfucker.
I mean, perfect. This definitely sets the mood.
Sure.
Starting you want
I
to
look around wondering what they're hearing. Does anyone else hear that?
No.
No, it's just you. It's just you, Oust. It's just playing in your head right now. You have no idea why. It's not confusing at all.
What?
Prestidigitation.
I'm pretty sure I checked.
Oh jeez, it's the
That would do
I'm
it.
trying to remember the crap. The redone techno version.
Living.
Living techno version.
Oh.
Place next by Did we short rest or anything?
We be refreshed.
Yeah, you guys are fully refreshed from the last time you played. So you guys would have rested up in Wormwood before you headed out. I'm getting some serious lag here. So I think I might have to do this. That might fix it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I think that fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
No.
Zerk.
What spell do you know? I'm excited for half a second. Do we have Zaertas' fox with us?
No,
Please tell me.
you do not.
Oh.
This makes you can roll for me.
Oh, roll for
If you
you?
want. Yeah, sure.
For survival?
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Wait, is survival the right thing?
Yeah, so it's
Investigation.
Well,
Okay.
investigation is more close to what you would roll, actually, considering.
Oh.
Yeah, so Gloop isn't with you either. You don't seem to
But
know
he was
where
the
he kind of wandered off.
Chosen one.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. So,
What is that noise?
as you guys come out of the swamp, you enter into sort of a clearing, and you find yourselves in the middle of a very dense forest surrounded by cliffside and everything. So, what you see ahead of you, Igor kind of just like puts up his hand as a way to just kind of like halt you guys, and Morgat just goes ahead and disappears anyway. Typical Morgat. You do hear some faint noise coming from ahead of you guys, so I want you to roll perception checks and see what you see.
Okay. Wow, I'm not doing so hot today.
Not quite.
I am at least consistent.
Yeah!
Yeah, pretty much. If Sam, are
I've had a
you
rough-
able to roll, or you want me to roll for you?
Yeah, sure, do that. If you
Okay.
need me, just yell a little louder.
Okay. So let's pull you up here. Let's see what your perception will be.
Oh. Oh!
Oh, nat 20. So,
Okay.
if Sam, you actually not only hear, but see in front of you, a very mangled looking, what looks to be kind of like a sprigand. But it looks like it's completely rotted, and wrapped around the branches and the roots of this creature is actually the form of a skeleton. But the skeleton is like covered in this black ichor type sap, and it's just kind of like it has its head in the air, and it looks like it's sniffing for something. But you also hear in nearby a rustle of bushes, and out leaps with great speed, from what you could tell, a elf, female, and she lunges down in a forward motion, 2 daggers into the either side of the neck of this creature, and it screams out in a unholy wail before it just falls to the ground, dead.
Die, you fucking piece of shit!
I'll
Oh.
turn around and run.
You run.
Yeah.
Morgat continues to walk forward as if nothing has happened.
Alright, what the fuck are you here?
I just kind of narrow my eyes and think, oh, it's another half-elf. Here we go.
I ain't no half-elf.
That was in his head.
That was in his head.
Oh.
You're psychic
Give
as
you my
well.
thoughts.
Shit.
Oh god. That's fine, nothing's going on in Morgat's head.
No.
Well, I mean, there are a bunch of burning trees, apparently.
Yeah.
There are always burning trees.
What are you fucking just doing here? What do you want?
Looking for a lizard, you seen him?
I saw a lizard. They left, though. I didn't get to see a good look at them.
Just to be clear, we're talking about like a big lizard man.
I know what you mean by big old lizard, boy.
You know, I just wanted to explain things just so we were clear.
I would send
Don't
Bentley
need
to
to
Morgat.
explain them to me.
Okay.
She is a ray of sunshine, she is.
Much needed
Mesmer, smoke
positivity.
grenades, please.
Well, can you point us in the direction or lead us in the general area? We kind of just need to get him and go, essentially.
Oh, so you're the ones that he was traveling with, weren't ya? Give me a moment, I'll help you. Fucking need it. Gotta get paid, pieces of shit.
Bokrug just slightly raises an eyebrow, like, oh, it's one of them.
It's one of those people.
I was just sad eyebrow. He does not have that skill.
Yeah. If Sam kind of like says mentally to the other guys, it's like, she's a bit unstable. Yeah.
Morgak, not catching the vibe, looks at Hipsham and says, maybe she's not unstable, I don't know.
I would bet
Are
that's not
any of us
happening.
stable?
That's a good question.
That is completely legitimate question.
So, okay, so for survival, Lydia, I would say that you know that the tracks that they had when the fight ensued and you guys lost track of each other, you knew that they had headed in a westerly direction, but that's the best you can tell from what you remember.
They went west.
Alright,
Where's the sun?
let's see. If I remember right. I'm just to see if I know which way's west.
Natural 20.
This would be a survival check, so you do that.
16.
16. Yeah, so you would
Not
say,
bad.
yeah, you know which direction west is.
Alright, we don't need you anymore. We gotta keep walking.
Go away.
Yeah, you figure they're... Yeah. You're heading in the right direction.
Okay.
Miss,
Spook.
we're kinda, let's just say we're not here very proficient in these wilds. Can you at least help us if you're, and I would look at the elf, whatever. Okay.
Fine. Just go. Probably will drop the quarter and we'll lose it.
Thank you.
And Igor kind of approaches you, Liz, and he's just like, where did you come from, my dear?
What's there to you?
Just wondering why a lonely little elf woman like you would be wandering the woods alone like this. Surely you have more friends around, yes?
They are dead.
Oh, that is
Well, that's cheerful.
unfortunate. Yeah. And he kind of looks down at like the corpse of the creature that you had slayed, and is like, so what exactly is this animal here? And he just points down to like the little creature that you murdered in cold blood. So innocent. He's just kind of like poking at it with a stick.
Oh, we lost Mark.
I'm guessing, right?
What's that?
You're some sort of magic user, right?
I am not magic user, but my friends here are, and
I'm
he
sure you
points
can find
to
some use for the body.
Oust and Hipsham. Yeah.
I used to with currencies and gold.
So, I suppose there are more of these in the woods, yeah? Oops. There we go. So, he wants to know if there's more of these in the woods. And you are pretty sure there's a lot more.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, you get used to them. Their blood is quite delicious.
Yes, I suppose.
Like the sweet kind of delicious, sir.
He kind of reaches around his back and takes out an empty vial and kind of like spoons in some of the black ichor sap. He's like, I will test this later for experimentation, yeah.
Alright, you do you. Help.
So now where do we go, my friends?
This is good.
Morgat continues to wander west.
Okay. So I will say that they continue to follow.
Follow the orc.
Follow
Yeah.
the orc. So as you guys end up rounding the bend here, you come across a very large looking tree. Kind of stands out from all the others.
Trees. Yay.
But from what you can tell, it's perfectly normal.
Well, that was a build up for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And then
thanks.
as you look forward, you see a very large altar just past the tree.
I didn't think you were joking.
Hold your horses. And
I
take a
don't
look
have
around.
horses.
It's an expression, you big old goof.
So, Liz, you know that this altar is the one that Captain Moromir cast a ward spell on to keep people from entering deeper into the woods. So this altar is basically the catalyst to create a magical barrier. So this is in regards to like your whole reason you guys were here. You were here to assess the situation. You were here to figure out the threat, see how big of a threat it is, and act accordingly. So according to your captain, he decided the threat was very large, and he decided to quarantine the area. And
Now everything was back to normal with what Mother Goddess and bullshit shits, right?
From what you can tell, this area seems to have been cleansed of any of the blight or the black root that was happening. It's slowly pulling away, so it looks like whatever happened, whatever you guys did outside of this area has been slowly fixing everything. So the black root has been retreating away from the area, and it's heading back towards a southeastern direction, from what you can tell.
So, I was never one for just random encounters, bullshit like that. But I'm guessing you guys had something to do with this? About the black root fading away? I mean, if you intend on spreading it,
It was more of a goblin throwing an explosive that did it at the end, but yes, I suppose you could say it was us.
Alright then. Thank you for your contributions. Let's continue and find your lizard duo. That way so I can get back into town and fucking deal with your shit.
By the way, small angry elf lady, if you intend to stick around with us, what do you go by?
Call me Lily.
Alright.
Or Lotus, depending on which mood I'm in.
Hivsham, can you make me an investigation check, please?
Sure thing.
All right. You notice that there's something moving in the tree.
I would move
A
away
lot
from
of
the tree
things moving in the trees.
really fast
I move away from all the trees.
and yell to Ruben to fireball it.
To Ruben? Yeah.
Uh,
So do you want to fireball the tree?
can I give a check to see if I can see what's in the trees first?
Yes. Perception check.
Oh no. Oh!
Oh shit. So you're getting flash. Wait a second. Were you at the island with them? The island of insanity? I think you were, weren't you?
I was gone and I wasn't able to get to that session.
Oh, right. Okay. So you notice that there are skulls skittering around inside the tree. And they all start swarming you guys.
Oh!
Oh, not this. Fuck.
Oh, hey, geriatric sim. Time to set you on fire, you.
The little groups of skulls there. Yeah. Adorable.
If they get on my face, guess what I'm doing?
Yeah, we'll say you managed to run a little. So, I'll get you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh boy. Here we go. Click. Clack. Oh!
Damn.
Well, this never happens.
Oh, the skull's got a nat 20. Look at that shit. They're quick.
All of them?
Oh,
Give
yeah.
me a moment as I restart my thing.
I'm doing this as like a group thing, so they're like a group of skulls.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
They all attack.
Yeah, they'll all attack at the same time.
Well, Lily, it was nice to know you.
Max, play for me, please.
Yes. So
Use Hadar, whatever.
20, so...
It's pretty useful. AoE.
What do you want me to use for you?
Whatever you want.
Oh,
Just
okay.
don't waste too much spell slots.
Alright.
Use Hunter. It's pretty useful AoE. Oh, and by the way, all spells are level 3. You have repelling thing on the Eldritch Blast, and you can freely use Silent Image.
Oh yeah, these things are aren't gonna be too bad. So the first 3 skulls, Morgak, near you, are going to try and jump on your face. All over your body. So let's see if I remember. It's a trait here. Okay, so yeah. Definitely has advantage on attack. Okay. So, and then this... Okay, so all 3 of these skulls are going to attack you with their bites.
Natural 20.
Okay, what's your AC again?
17.
17. So, that... Ooh, that... And that. Okay, so the first one latches onto your face immediately.
Oh no!
The second one bites really deep into your thigh and actually causes a decent amount of damage. So 9 piercing damage to your thigh. And the third one misses completely. This skull is going to run up to Igor. This skull is going to go after Liza along with these 3. And this skull is going to skitter up a tree.
Oh no.
This skull. And this skull is going to skitter up a tree. So right now, this one you can't see. And these 2 you can't see. So, first one, let's see if Igor can withstand the ultimate blood-sucking creature. No, he cannot. It is now latched onto his face. And he's struggling to try and get it off. So, yeah. Actually, just to tell which one is latched on, I will say that the one with the red dot is latched on to your face. And then this one will be the red dot as well, just so I can keep track of these buggers.
How durable are they?
They're skulls, so not so durable. They're just really quick fuckers. This one's going to try. Fails. This one will try. What's your AC, Liza?
17.
17. Okay, so that one definitely didn't do it. And then this one. Yeah. So the third skull deals 7 piercing damage to you as it latches onto your face.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they not learn?
No, they do not. Okay, skulls are done. Oust.
Well, see, with where all these things are, I stand so much of a chance of hitting our own people comparatively.
Yep. Morgoth wants to use fireball.
Are you sure?
He can't say anything. all he can say is like,
Morgan literally just turns with a skull on his face and just looks at you like, just do something.
I cast magic missile at 5th level.
Okay. Which ones are you targeting?
Okay, so Morgak has 2 on him, Igor has 1, and Liza has 1.
Yes. Well, Morgak has only one skull can be on the face of a person at a time. So all 3 of them have skulls on their faces.
Alright, 1 per face skull.
Okay.
And... Did I see the ones go into the tree?
You can't see them right now. They're gone. From what I can tell. Yeah.
Darn. Alright. Then I'll go to the one nearest to the left of Morgak, and the one in front of this one here.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. Here we go. Wait, no, I'm casting it at 5th level. They're gonna be more than that. It starts out at 3 and gets 1 more per time, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? No, wait. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I have a total of 7 magic missiles getting fired right now.
So 1 for each skull then, if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. So, first one.
Think it lists. Alright, so...
List the damage. So at higher level it says 12, and then 13.
Yeah, there's a 1, a 3, a 1, a 3. And, okay, it's listing this really weirdly.
Yeah, it is.
Well, each one gets +1 to the damage.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So the skulls would take 2, 4, 2, 4, and then
Yeah, that's true.
5, 4, 4. Yeah.
Alright.
Pretty solid damage.
See the skulls? Instantly nope.
So we're talking. Okay, so the first. Let's see, 1, 2. Oh, this. Okay, so the lower level ones are the bottom, and then the higher level ones are at the top here.
Yes? Yes. I
Okay.
think.
So I'll start with the lower level ones. So 3d4 plus 3. So the first magic missile does 5 damage. So that leaves a gaping hole in the side of the skull that's on Morgak. And the one that tried to bite his leg is going to be taking 4 damage. So that kind of like breaks its jaw a little bit, but it doesn't do a whole lot. And then the third one glances off the side of this one's head. So it leaves a bit of a opening on, or gash on the side of the head. You see like a skull splinter just kind of like splinter off of it.
Fun.
And then, so that's 3. And then, so that one only really did 2 damage. So this one on Igor is still standing strong, still latched onto his face. The one that is in between Morgak and Liza also, well, he'll take 4 damage. So this one takes a smack to the head as well. It shoots right into the center of the skull's head and just like fires out the back and hits the tree. It's just right through its skull. But it's still moving around. And then the one that's in front of Liza only takes 2 damage. And then the one
You
that's
said there was one on my face?
Yeah, and then the one on your face, he will take 9, but he's still latched on.
Okay.
Alright, so that's it for all the magic missile attacks. Did you want to move, Oust, or are you good where you are?
I'm gonna move back.
Okay.
Like there.
Alright.
That'll do.
Alright.
Maybe one more. One more. There we go.
Okay, cool. And I know David said he wanted me to do 2 pyroblasts, so this is going to be interesting.
I don't have Pyroblast.
Oh, okay.
I meant on him to use it.
You meant me to twin spell fireball.
Twin spell. Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast would be effective, because you get to do it twice. So we're going to say that you target the ones on Igor and Liza. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes.
Okay, good. So attack for the first and attack for the second. So you miss the Eldritch Blast on the one on Igor, but you hit the one on Liza for 11 damage. This skull just shatters to pieces completely. It's into bone dust, basically. This one's poof, gone.
I feel bad for Igor right now, though.
So Liza, you just kind of like slowly take out the proboscis tube that was getting shoved down your throat and spit it on the ground and stomp on it.
Ugh.
You're just like, do not want that in your mouth again. Bleh. All right, David, did you want me to move you, or are you good?
He wanted to run back.
You wanted to run back? All right, so I will have him run back beside you. He's like, nope. Nope,
Yep.
not of this. Okay, Morgak, you're up.
Okay.
So right now you still got a skull on your face. You're going to have to use a strength save to get it off, which I doubt you're not going to be able to do.
Natural one.
That was close, dude.
Let's see how strong this one is. Oh, no, it's holding strong.
Oh, jeez.
It is
Well, I
locked
can't
on
use
there tight, my friend.
two-handed weapons then, so I'm just gonna punch it.
Okay, yeah. You know exactly where to aim, so do like a punch.
I will hit myself in the face.
Let's see how well you hit. Oh, no,
Get it off!
You,
7. Is it still here?
you punched it off your face. It's squiggling on the ground, so just as a final effort, you stomp on it and crush the skull into like pieces.
And there's another one in front of me?
Yeah, there is one in front of you and off to the side, so that one's gone. But there's 2.
I'm actually gonna aim for this one in the middle, because I have advantage, because we're flanking.
Ah.
24.
That's gonna hit, yeah.
Just a little
Well,
bit.
dab.
You cleave that thing in half completely. It's just poof.
Alright, that's my turn, because if I move, that's like 6 attacks of opportunity.
Pretty much.
The one in the trees are waiting for all of you to move.
All right,
Probably.
Liza, it's your go.
Here we go. Oh?
I'm going to twin spell this shit.
Twin spell? What?
Twin spell shocking grasp.
Oh, that's fun.
I thought you were a rogue.
An assassin. What is she? Maybe she's an arcane trickster.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh dear.
You know, you only have one chance at a first impression.
Oh, and I just wanted to remind you guys what these things look like. Just to give
Oh,
you
please.
an idea.
I haven't
don't know what
seen
they
it.
look like.
So, I found a much more interesting picture that kind of gives them a far better look. So that's basically what came out of the tree.
Oh!
And in all those tendrils, they have like a proboscis tube that they shove down your throat.
Ugh, that's,
So, going back to you, Liza. So you go to use Shocking Grasp on the first one, but it easily dodges to the side. And then you go to try and use it again. I'm assuming on the same one, or you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the second time you actually managed to hit it with Shocking Grasp. So 5 lightning damage. All right. So this thing's still standing, but it's a little twitchy. It's just like.
When she grabs it, she's holding on to it, getting ready to do it again.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. So, back to the skulls. These two are going to try and get a bite at Morgak. That's a fail. And that one's on your face now. So you will take 4
Morgak, no.
piercing damage. So this one
Oh,
latched on your
no.
face. Oh no, whatever will you do?
On it.
This one
Tempting.
on Igor is going to do its attack.
Igor, no.
You hear Igor start gagging and spitting as the skull crunches down on his head and just latches on even stronger.
So does Igor not get an action? Is he just kind of schmeh?
Oh, Igor's struggling right now. So, let's see. He's got to make a DC save of that. So he's got to make a con save when this happens. I don't have his stats set up yet, but I know what his con would be. So let's see if he can make this one. Oops.
Oh.
Wrong button. Alright.
Oh!
Okay, so
He's fed up.
due
He is so fed up.
Due to his natural immunity to the poison, he does not take any of this. He's perfectly fine. So all for naught, apparently. And then that one
Freaking heck.
the one that you're holding on to, Liza, this one's going to try and jump at you and bite. And it does. It is now on your face. You lost your grip on it. So. And then let's see. How fast are these things again? I am interested in knowing this. I think they're very fast, actually.
That'd be
okay.
horrifying.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, okay. So you see that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you see these skulls jump down from the trees beside you. And the one closest to you, Oust, is going to try and latch onto your face hole.
Please no.
Yeah, that's on your face now. But Hivsham is safe because those two skulls are far enough away that he doesn't have to worry.
Help me.
Okay, Oust, I want you to make a strength save. Yeah, Hivsham screams like a little girl.
I am noping so much.
Alright, let's see what its strength save is. Yeah, it's still on your face. You're not strong enough to get it off. Okay. So, because it's your turn, Oust, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna hold my hands up to my face and twin cast Firebolt right on it.
Okay, that's gonna be fun. Let's see how you do, because Hivsham's right beside you.
Yeah.
Let's see how the aim is.
Firebolt. Yeah. Here we go. Alright. And I have to do it twice. So.
Okay, so the first, both firebolts actually hit.
Woo!
So do do
Do the
damage
thing.
for the first
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. So the first firebolt that you do, just bursts this thing on fire, and it lets out a guttural scream, and then you aim the second firebolt on the ground in front of you just to incinerate the entire skull, and it just stops twitching. It's just like burnt to a crisp. It's like.
Never again.
All right. And did you want to move?
There you go. And purposefully stomping on the ashes as hard as I can while I do that.
That works. All right, David, you're up. Anything specific
Kill them.
you need to do? Twin Eldritch Blast, maybe?
He's not
Okay.
a sorcerer.
So we're
But he
gonna
is a
Eldritch
warlock.
Blast, and run up the rock there. Okay. We'll see how you get up the rock, but first we'll fire off the Eldritch Blast to these two and take a look and see how the aim is first. See it coming.
There's so much hatred.
All right. What do we got here?
I'm a ball of hatred.
Okay, the first Eldritch Blast fires wide into the tree. Second Eldritch Blast does hit the other skull for 9 damage, and this one's looking really worse for wear right now.
Does it shove it back?
It does shove it back up against a tree.
Yay.
Yeah. And now Hivsham is going to try and clamber up a rock. I want you... actually, do you want me to do the athletics check for you, or do you want to do it? Because every time I try and do skill checks for you people, it doesn't end well.
I don't know. It's been really good for Hivsham today.
All right, well, let's give it a shot and see how we do here. So
I probably shouldn't have said that.
this will be athletics because he's trying to climb up a rock. And we got, okay, 14. Yeah, so we'll say he manages to just get up on the rock, but he hasn't stood up yet. He's just clambered up it. So yeah.
Crying.
All the while screaming, "Mommy, no!" Okay.
Well, what did your mother do to you?
Please, Mama, no. Okay, Morgak, it's your turn. You have a skull on your face again.
Another strength save.
Strength save, yep.
Destroy.
Man, it's just getting lower. Morgan just doesn't care.
Oh yeah, it's still on your face.
Just gonna deck it again.
Okay.
Oh, deck
that'll hit.
in the face.
That'll hit.
6 damage.
6 damage. It's still on you, but it took a pretty decent hit there. It's barely holding on. But you can see the skull and its mouth open wide, and the proboscis tube just start wriggling towards your mouth.
Morgan seeing this and thinks, "Oh, you think you got tough shit?" Goes into a rage now and recklessly headbutts it.
How do you headbutt something latched onto your head?
I don't know.
Move his head very quickly.
We'll say what you do is you just like take like a like one of those you DDT it basically. You just you just jump up into the air and then shove your head into the ground. And it shatters.
Alright, that's 9 damage.
Yep, it shatters to pieces. There's gore and splintered skull everywhere. And you're gonna start your next round prone, but this skull is just like all over the place.
Oh no, the next skull's just gonna crawl onto his face from the ground.
Probably, yeah. RKO to himself.
Liza, your turn.
Kill the thing on your face.
Yeah,
Do it.
you have to make a strength save and see how you do.
Oh. Hello?
Hello? Oh, she's muted. She's AFK at the moment. So I'll do it for her and see.
No!
No. Got her attention.
I was practicing her voice.
Okay. So,
Quaint.
yeah, make a strength save against the skull that's on your face right now.
I mean, all I was really going to do is just touch it with, and then shock and grasp.
Oh,
It's connected to your face. Do you really want to do that right now?
You would still have to make the strength save at the beginning, though, because it's trying to, like, put something in your mouth, and you don't want that.
Oh.
Okay.
How much jaw strength?
Let's see how he does against this one. Okay, just barely fails, but you do shocking grasp, so let's see how much damage it does. 6. Oh, that's just enough. It bursts into flame and just like falls to the ground, screeching, kind of gurgling.
I ain't into none of your fucking Frenchie.
Oh.
All right. So next up, the spider skulls. Yay!
No!
So 1 and 2.
Not me. Please no.
Igor is going to have to make another con save because it's down his throat right now. So let's see how he does.
Igor, come on. Can you make it more?
I can make it.
He does not make this save, so...
Oh no. Igor, no.
He takes... Holy shit! Alright.
Oh,
Wow, dude, way to practically max damage.
So Igor is choking to death on the black ichor. It's kind of like sputtering off the side of his mouth. You can see his eyes roll back into his head a bit.
Oh god, no.
So yeah. Oops, I got ahead of myself. Yeah, I still got to do the bite for the one in front of you, Oust.
No!
What's your AC?
AC is 14.
You narrowly miss as it leaps towards you, but you manage to spot it inside. Alright. This one is after Hivsham. Hivsham's gonna be fine. It's on his back right now, trying to like climb around to his face, but he's managed to kind of like start shrugging it off. But Hivsham, it's on you right now, trying to get like on your head, and you're just gonna like ah, ah, ah. And the next one is gonna go ahead because it hasn't learned its lesson from all its other comrades to try and bite Morgak again.
And make
These guys are not
okay,
smart.
yes, advantage, but I'd like to claim I've made like the ostrich and stuck my head in the ground. So
Okay, so it somehow manages to bury into the ground as well and latch onto your face still.
I congratulate it on its effort.
But now it will die.
All you see is like this something burrowing beside you, and you're like, the hell? And it's just like... So now you're underground with a skull on your face. As for that, that's pretty much it. Oust, you're up again.
Just slowly turn. Casts Firebolt again.
Firebolt again? Okay.
Here we go.
That hits.
Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Incinerated.
Yay!
Burst into flame and squeals in pain.
One time is more than enough. Never again.
Alright. And now it's David's turn. So, David, you have it on your body right now. So, you could Eldritch Blast if you want.
Do it.
Okay. So, we're going to Eldritch Blast, but this is going to be with disadvantage because it's on you.
And Mesmerov.
And Mesmerov, yeah, because he gets 2 shots. So...
That's one heck of a shot. Okay.
We will attempt... Actually, no. Eldritch Blast doesn't really get affected by... disadvantage. It just automatically rolls itself. So
Yeah.
yeah. Let's fire these two babies off. See what we get. Yeah. So the first one, ironically enough, misses. The second one also, unfortunately, misses. I didn't do it with disadvantage. I just did it with regular, but the both attacks ended up missing anyway. So, unfortunately, yeah. Because right now you're kind of like prone, and you're trying to like get this skull off your back, so you fire off an Eldritch Blast just around your shoulder, and you miss, and then you go to turn and try and fire one off at Igor's skull, but you can't get a good hit on it. Morgak is kind of busy with a skull in his face, but you can't see the Eldritch Blast coming. Because he's aiming in that general area, I want Liza, can you make a dex saving throw for me, please?
She's a rogue. It should be good at this, right?
Yeah, you'd think. And I'm going to get Igor to do a dex save as well, just because he's
In the general thing.
in general area. Yeah, Morgak won't even see it coming because he's got his face buried in the ground.
But so I don't get a deck save?
No, because you can't see this Eldritch Blast coming.
As far as you know, it might just get the skull off of you.
Your head is underground with a skull on your face. That's
This is
like
quite the predicament.
times 2 disadvantage. So
Hell, I'll still roll it.
Igor doesn't see this Eldritch Blast coming. It fires off in like this general area. Liza, I'm going to say you managed to dodge it here. Igor takes a bit of a hit, and he gets knocked back 5 feet.
Fucking works now if you're the fucking leader of the party.
Alright, so that's your turn, David. Morgak.
Alright, recklessly punch this thing off of my face.
Underground?
Underground!
I will lift my head up, and
Okay.
then...
So, Liza, you see Morgak with a skull on his face under the ground. He just, like, pulls out of the dirt. He's got dirt and grime all over his head and starts punching his face. That hits.
10 damage.
10 damage? Yeah, that's... You shatter the skull to, like, a gory paste on your face. It's just, like, pieces of blood and gore and, like, skulls all just kind of, like, stuck to your head. As it just, like... And all the tendrils, it just kind of like go slack and just fall off. Slide
Then I
down.
turn around and see this one, and I'm gonna go up and recklessly... Oh, shit. If I cleave, and if I miss, I'm lopping off his head, but you know what? It's Morgak. Reckless, great axe. 22.
Oh.
That'll hit, yeah.
12 damage.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna say that you cleave right straight down the middle of the skull, so its back of its head just splits in half, and the tendrils just go slack and both just like fall off. The proboscis tube, as it comes out of Igor's mouth, just like shoots up into the air, and this black liquid just kind of like spurts everywhere, and it just falls to the ground, dead. And,
Alright, and then... Do I see this one back here?
Well, technically yes, because Igor falls prone to the ground unconscious.
That's good, because I run over him to get to it.
Oh, that's fun.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Alright, Liza. You're up. All the skulls around you are dead, save for the last one that's way in the back.
Is he on anybody?
It's on the back of Hivsham. From what you suspect, it was the same gentleman that fired off that blast that nearly hit you.
Leave him.
Okay. My character's gonna walk up to him. Wherever the fuck he is.
You could go 30 feet, I think, so that'd be... But if you use both your actions, you'd be able to get to him.
It's not worth it.
If you're a rogue, you got cunning action to dash.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a bonus action, is it not?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you-
She's gonna dash over the way over there.
Okay.
Stab it.
That'll
Stop
hit.
the thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 lightning. Okay.
Little zap.
So you give it like a little zap. It just kind of twitches a little, but it's still on his back. Hivsham feels a little tingle sensation coming from his back as well, and he's just like, starts squiggling a bit.
She's gonna do a harder one.
All right. This skull, noticing it's kind of surrounded, wants to get up out of here. So Morgak, I'll let you have an attack of opportunity, and if it survives, I'll let Liza get the last hit.
All right.
Watch, it's gonna escape.
Yeah, hit. Yeah.
19 damage.
Okay. So
It's gone.
That was max damage. Yeah.
with a swift swipe of your axe, you use the butt end of the axe, like the flat end, to knock it off Hivsham, and it goes flying into a nearby tree and shatters to pieces. Just all over the tree. You see like twitching tendrils and the proboscis tube just kind of like wiggling a bit, and then it just stops. It goes limp.
I hate those things.
Da, 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 da. Victory!
Yay. But at what cost?
Violation.
Yeah, I got deep throated by an ugly ass piece of shit. So I'd like that to not happen again.
Wow, it actually got in your mouth.
Do you want to be hit?
Morgak doesn't care.
I mean, these skulls tried really hard. It didn't work out so well for them.
I tried so hard, it got so far.
But in the end, it really didn't matter.
No, it didn't.
You're not allowed to sing that stuff. We might get copyrighted.
That's,
It's only if you play the
I don't know, if you
actual
call
music.
me my voice singing, then...
Yes.
Morgaking.
Well, that's
Alright.
kind of what Igor's doing right now. He's gacking.
Alright, running over to Igor.
Don't worry, I got this. It's medicine, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Arcane Orc to the rescue. Thank God that wasn't a crit fail.
Oh, I know, that would have been bad.
So, Morgak, knowing your medicine quite well from your previous experience with these skulls, you start just like wiping his face of the black ichor and getting it all over his clothes, and you're just kind of like trying to like you're taking your hand and you're pulling up around his neck just to kind of like squeeze out the rest of the poison, because that's, you figure that's how it usually works, is to get the poison out of people.
Why did this happen to the person who knows how to make potions? Dang it!
Oust, you managed to resuscitate Igor, and he looks to be shaken but conscious now.
But not stirred.
Not
Thank
still.
you.
So he wakes up and sees Igor's hand around his neck, is like, oh.
Morgak removes his hand. It worked.
And with raspy voice, it's like, I don't think that resuscitation works that way. He just coughs
No,
out more
no,
of
that
the
was
black stuff.
more worse.
I roll deception. Try and make. No. Anyway.
So he slowly gets back to his feet. He's like, I would not like that to happen to me again. That was unpleasant, at the very least.
Yeah. Never again.
Nope. I'm done.
Not spend the night with a fucking bard. Ugh.
Oh, trust me, it's not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who finds it weird running these kind of skulls again?
You have seen these before, have you?
Yeah, well, they're on like Nightmare Island or whatever.
Wait, what island are you talking about?
Island of
Nightmare or Island of Insanity. There we go.
madness, whatever it is.
Yeah. So his eyes kind of widen and visit like, oh no, that is not good.
Oh,
So-
does it have a reputation?
Well, that is where they originally found me and captured me. That is actually my lab. These skulls are not...
Igor.
I did not make these skulls! And he points down his shit. This shit is not my doing!
Intervention right now.
Yeah, never mind.
They're all dead here, Sam. No pet for you. So Morgak,
Tears.
as far as you can tell, he's being completely honest with you. He had nothing to do with the creation of these skulls.
Don't worry, I trust you.
I would hope so. I mean, I'm the one that made the potion, but I am definitely not the one that wants to have these things running around, shoving the whatever they are down the people's throats. Nice.
You know, it sounds bad when you say it like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and resist the urge to vomit real quick. It worked. Okay.
Good job. You managed to swallow it before it comes up.
Impressive.
We're the one to create them. I promise there will be plenty of pain in your future.
You
No, he said he's not the one who
he's
made
not
it.
the one that did. And when you rolled insight, you believe him. He had nothing to do with it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, fine. I was hoping for that natural one. Darn.
So Oust, you have a feeling that he's not telling the whole truth, but his intent is noble. Sam, you also believe the same. You believe he's not telling the whole truth of where these came from, but that he is actually noble in his cause. He doesn't have any malicious intent.
Morgak leans on this rock.
Okay.
That looks comfortable.
It is.
Perhaps we can move on from this and possibly help find your friends so we can end this nightmare.
Oh, I started leaning because I thought you guys were going to talk more. It's boring listening.
What do you think about when you're bored?
Things.
Probably what he's gonna eat.
Well, if you want to do insight check on Morgak's brain.
Why
Yes,
not?
roll insight on my brain.
Oh god, no!
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Sam, you can kind of like see a smirk kind of like form around Morgak's face as he just kind of like tips his head off the side and he's got his eyes up in the clouds, smirking a little. Oust, you get sort of almost like a vision of people running and screaming. And as they're running and screaming, you see Morgak with the biggest double axes in his hands ever, and he's just laughing maniacally and running towards them, swinging his axes to and fro, and just like lopping the heads off of like a bunch of like innocent humans and shit.
Oh no!
Humans, dwarves, elves, some orcs.
Every
Just
race
everything.
imaginable. It's just like you see him like cutting the heads off lizard people and cultists and orcs and just like laughing maniacally as he does it.
Morgak's not racist. He kills everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing I don't get the same thing, but I can relate.
Yeah, you can relate to him. You kind of like understand
That just kind of...
the appeal of bloodlust. Yeah, he dreams of
I pat
flies.
him on the shoulder.
It's okay. The half-elf life makes me immune to these things.
No, didn't they actually have a video of that where this guy is like hallucinating, but he goes into like a dream world where there's a bunch of like talking flowers, and he's like picking them up and he's like taking the petals off of them, and then it flashbacks to like the reality of the situation, and he's dismembering people and taking their heads and ripping them off and swinging their spines around, going woohoo! Yeah.
You know, I feel like this is a curse. I'll only get fantastic rolls if I joke around.
It's this.
Yep. Just for this particular session.
Yes. Ugh, well, that was the thing. Oust just kind of gets glassy-eyed and looks at the ground. The things I've seen.
Morgak,
Yes, oh, angry elven woman.
I appreciate that daydream.
How did you see in my head, witch?
I regret seeing into your head.
Witchcraft. Morgak walks away.
He doesn't like it when people go into his head. You feel violated, Morgak, like someone touched your butt without permission, kind of violated.
He feels more
Okay.
violated than what the skulls did to him.
Yes.
Skulls really didn't do much to him. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We saving Zaertas or what?
What's that?
Yeah, let's.
Morgak says, "Are we saving Zaertas or what?"
Oh, yeah. Good
Trying
point.
to get everybody off the topic of his head.
Let's just keep going.
Okay.
Cool.
Which direction you guys want to head in?
Go west.
Go
That looks interesting down there.
The stone, the ritual circle or altar or whatever.
Yeah.
The whatevers.
Or we could attempt a survival check to find out where Zaertas would be.
You could, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Woo.
Nope. Double clicked.
So, I will say, Morgak, you don't see any trail that's really distinguished. You see, like, footprints all over this area, actually. It looked like there was a big scuffle. But nothing that really indicates which direction they headed in.
There was a big scuffle here.
Yeah. It's
It
like
may have been hours.
it could have been, like, hours, it could have been days, but they look
No,
like...
no, like the scuffle we just had.
Oh, you
Random
are.
voice in my head.
Oh, yeah. Voice in my head.
Oh no, not another one.
Where did Liza go?
I'm here.
She's here.
Well,
So,
go west? Or should we check out this tree? It's a nice tree.
it's a nice tree.
Look at that tree.
I blend in well with the tree.
Where'd he go?
Oh, you might want to be careful
It's
with that
me.
tree.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's wrong with it?
I don't trust it at all, to be totally honest. It's the skull tree. We don't trust the skull tree.
Yeah.
No, it had wards on it, you fool.
Well,
It also had
the tree didn't. Well, the tree doesn't have a ward on it, but the altar is where your captain created the ward in this area to keep the blight from spreading. So he basically created a magical barrier that protected this area. as
She
best he
points
could.
towards the altar. That is what my crew did. We created... Hold on, give me a moment. That is what my crew did. We created some wards to prevent people from getting into this fucking area. But do you know what you guys decided to do? You fucking did it. We could have handled it.
They done did
We
it.
really could have. There we go.
How
And
to
that's
burn the
my
tree?
point of view.
You want to
What
be
happened to
starting
your
a
crew?
fire on the tree? Okay. So
I'm not starting the fire on the tree. Why the...
No,
Damn it.
Hivsham did.
Hivsham already starts a fire beneath the tree with prestidigitation.
Morgak steps on the fire.
Throw spark.
the fire gets snuffed out immediately.
But not, like, intentionally. He just, like, takes a step back and accidentally does it.
Oh, okay.
He does it again.
Sam starts it again.
Why are you
I don't know
doing
why
this?
My feet feel warm.
They're burning a little bit more, Gak.
Hivsham,
Oh.
I'm gonna have to check it. I don't think his AC does not stop that from happening. So roll for damage.
Why?
4. So Hivsham, you begin to start lighting again, and you feel a big shock on your shoulder as a hand comes down and electrocutes you, and you just kind of like rattle on the ground.
Don't fucking do that.
But the wards aren't on the
He raises
tree.
his arm. I'm alive.
I know. You boy, I know you're fucking alive. I wasn't trying to murder you. No. I won't murder you. Not yet.
I mean, to murder him, he has to have a life to begin with, so I don't know.
Oh.
Stand in line. Oh no.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to kill everyone that way so I can get ahead of the line.
Sure.
It's a long line.
Have fun
You
killing a few
haven't seen
deities.
me at my worst.
Then again, we haven't seen your best.
Hey! Oh. We're getting high fives us. I'm starting to like you, wizard man.
Be of this miserable life with these folks. You will appreciate it.
It's pretty good.
Don't attack the tree, okay?
But it's the skull tree.
Yes, and then that means
Yeah.
we're going to deal with more of them.
So
Borgak's gonna.
backs off. But one more skull. So what, you want to pick up the remains of one of the skulls?
Figure out a way to make more. Do it.
Because you can check out the remains of the skulls and see if you find one that's mostly intact. Well, from what you can tell, they were living in the tree. You don't know if it came from the tree. Like physically came from the tree.
No. He hates them.
You know, for an elf, I thought he'd like nature more.
Yeah, you'd think. Do you want to start another fire here, Sam? Okay. Okay.
Not quite worth it.
Not quite. Okay.
So the way that I picture this is like him trying to start a fire. Again, my character leaning over his shoulder, glaring daggers.
If Sam backs off, he's like, nah, it's okay. I'm good. Does anyone want to take a look at the altar, or do you want to move on from it?
Well,
I will look at the altar.
Okay.
is it like a magic altar or a religious altar?
I'm great at both of those.
You can roll for Arcana and see.
Alright.
Okay, Ulrich.
Okay.
Oh!
And you didn't think you're having smack.
you just basically was like,
Wait, Smexy. Can I use my newfound ability?
yes, actually, yes.
Level that one, come
I've
on.
never seen someone get a 0 before.
Okay, you know what? I want to keep the 0. Just for flavor.
Okay. You immediately walk over to the altar and you start chopping at it because you think this will actually fix whatever the problem is that you guys are having.
He starts chopping. Oh no.
So I want you to roll like a roll for damage.
Roll.
Yeah, roll for damage on the stone pillar.
Oh no. It's gonna be a perfect roll. Oh no!
So that's a hit. He does 12
That's
damage.
12 damage.
So you manage to knock some little bit of chunks off the side of the stone altar, but nothing to really like knock it over yet.
I'm doing Arcana check.
Borgak lines up for another chop.
And I stand in the way. Don't.
Borgak chops her in half.
All right.
I'm not stopping this thing. If it moves and you don't.
It's not any harm on you. It's not harming the environment. So, for once, attack something that is probably not a brick thing. Look, there's a
But
tree
it hurts
perfectly
Morgak's
intact.
eyes.
No. If you want to test out your axe, there's a tree. There's a nice, big, thick one that you can
No,
probably
I'm
chop in one.
fixing this altar. If we break it, it'll go away.
So, Oust, you know that this altar is covered in a magic aura. Hivsam, you know the same thing, as well as you know that the altar is active, and any alternation to it might result in unfortunate consequences.
It smells like lemons. Must be magic.
It feels like there's a protection on this altar as well, in addition to the ward.
Yes. Protection definitely smells like lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemony protection.
Yes.
Restoration smells of lemon.
Yes.
So Morgak, you go for another chop at the tree. Roll to hit.
Unless somebody stops me because I'm not listening to Lily because she's new to the group, but if other people in the group.
I'm not muted.
No, new. N-E-W.
Yeah.
Oh.
He won't listen to someone who's new, but only with someone who's like maybe got some experience in this.
Someone with common sense tell
I'm just gonna turn to him and say, hey, I think the magic's still working on this thing.
You know, my axe can dispel magic.
No, it can't.
You haven't seen it.
I mean, have you hit something enough that it just stops working? That'll work with magic too. He's not wrong.
Yes, that is not wrong, but you're going to have some very dire consequences. I've seen what these people who made this shit do, and it ain't fucking pretty.
Then point me in the direction of the people so I can make them not pretty.
They're already not pretty.
Worse than not very pretty.
That's a threat.
Okay. So, I worked, well, I'm using the term worked loosely. For the International Arcane Union.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, Morgak, you wouldn't have heard of that. But I would say Hivsam and Oust, you guys have definitely heard of these people.
The IAU.
The IAU, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The OW!
these guys are the ones that are where you got your registration to practice magic legally. They're basically the magic police.
Oh no, not the magic police.
Yeah, and if you attack them, the magic police will get on you. Fucking blackmailing me to the...
They have no jurisdiction over me.
Morgak's a warrior. He doesn't believe in magic usage.
But I know a lot about it.
One of you guys that have gone with him longer, say something to get some fucking sense of this piece of shit.
Hey,
You're trying to
Morgak.
insult me. Morgak crosses his arms
She's
and looks
insulting
down
an
at you.
Elven at this point.
What's that?
She's speaking in Elven, so you don't understand Elvish.
I look at her, raise an eyebrow, and say, what's in it for me in Elvish?
2 gold.
I raise another eyebrow and say, 5.
Fine.
Okay.
Hey Morgak, this is kind of holding us back from getting to Zaertas. We should probably get going, as important as this is.
You got a good point there, Ross. Morgak stops chopping at it.
I hand him the 5 gold.
I grin and give her a wink.
And she glares back with daggers.
Morgak's gonna insight.
Quaint.
Insight, yeah.
They are obviously into each other.
They totally are. That's for services later rendered. Wink.
Oh. Morgak just looks down and he's like, pulling at his beard and he's just nodding like, oh, that's how elves work.
Anyway, let's get going.
I would not mind making an alternate community or server or something just for RP shenanigans like that.
Yes.
Because I've done that with several of my other communities. basically with like an AU of what would happen if insert character hooks up with this character, and then shenanigans with story and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I got 5 gold. I gotta add that to my stuff.
So
20 to 25.
start heading in this direction, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
This direction west.
Yes.
Alright.
So
West we go.
you see far ahead of you a campground. It
Yay!
reveal itself already. Sheesh. So, Liza, you know that this campground is where your people spent the night. This was your main camp. But right now it's completely in tatters. It's just torn to shreds.
I'm gonna see if I can find anything around here. Do some good old investigation.
Hivsham, for some reason, starts yelling in Latin.
Well, that is the most average roll I've ever seen.
Damn, son.
So you see a tent. It's got a bunch of tears in it. You think you might see something inside the tent. You don't know yet. And you see several sort of sleeping bags and a fireplace near the center, which is actually burnt out. It's not. It's got no embers. It's out completely.
Mm. I will check to see how long it's been out.
It's cold, so at least a few days.
It's been a while since anyone's been here.
That means they're probably dead.
There's something in that tent over there.
That means they're probably dead. We're gonna check the tent.
Okay. So you smell something coming from the tent. It smells like a dead body.
My
Jerry!
hypothesis was correct. We're gonna opens the tent.
So you open the tent, and inside you see what remains of what looks like to be an elderly human, but he's got gashes down the front of his plate armor. It looks like it was all crunched to pieces. He's actually covered in a lot of roots and vines, and they're looking to be slowly melting the body. It's just a bunch of black roots and vines wrapped around the body, just kind of like slowly eating away at the flesh.
Hey, Lily, you know this guy?
What's in it for you?
Right now, I'm just checking to see who this is. Otherwise, I'll just, drag him out of the tent and take the tent.
The tent
Waste
is
no
in
one, not-
complete disrepair, so it probably wouldn't even be worth taking. It's all shredded.
I can fix it, spec safe.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I forgot you have a sewing skill.
Oh, yes.
Sutures!
What?
He does sutures.
Yes.
I want to see some.
Our guy takes the tent.
Can he embroider things?
I don't know, we'll find out how well it works.
Alright, so you take the tent.
Adding tent to inventory.
Yeah. And I'll do this here. Oh, actually. We're good here. Eh. Can I just do that? Wow, okay. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so boop. That's actually a large body, but I'll just do that. Okay, so that's the corpse.
What's the role to CSI Miami this shit?
Well, it depends what you want to do, really. Cause of death would be investigation. Nature would be trying to determine what the hell's covered this guy up with.
I'll attempt nature.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay. So these vines and these roots look very similar to that weird-looking mutant that you guys saw at the very beginning that Liza killed. And Liza, from what you can tell, you didn't see it happen before, but you're starting to put like 2 and 2 together, and that creature that you killed was probably human at one point, and it looks like whatever happened to that person is now happening to the corpse of your commander. This is actually Captain Moromir. That's his corpse.
I'm gonna give a glance at his blood to see how it's progressing.
She starts a little fire at the base of the body.
Okay, puts it out.
How do you like it?
She fires it again, and again,
Puts it out.
and again. She keeps
And
putting
again.
more fire.
Until you roll. Okay, there we go. Now we burn.
Now it's
Until you roll more than a 5.
now it's starting to burn the body, and you can kind of hear a muffled groan coming from the corpse.
I think he's alive. Morgak puts out the fire.
I want you to roll for survival and try and put out the fire, because right now it's starting to get a little big.
Okay, if that nat 1, I wanted to say that he just accidentally broke something.
So
Let
I'm
me
gonna
give
say
it a
that
go.
You're having some success at putting out the fire, but right now it's okay. Medicine.
Madison, is he still alive?
You can hear him breathing, but you can definitely hear that some movement and some breathing coming
Fine.
from it. So you put out the fire. Your mug was burned to living man.
Would have made the first time.
I mean, as long as I can. Okay, I actually got to saw his dick. And it's not that pretty of one. So if we could set fire to his hair, it would be fine.
What did he do to you? Something tells me I didn't. Probably shouldn't have asked.
Awkward.
Or he just does that weird oh, okay. Just crosses his arms, just takes.
So, now what?
You can still hear him groaning. It's like you woke him up.
Good question.
Flip him on his back.
Okay, flips him like a pancake.
First, do a strength check to see if you can get the roots and the vines off.
Athletics?
Yeah. Well, no, just like a regular strength check, not athletics.
That would be a 22 then.
Okay, 22 would work. So you managed to tear a lot of the vines off this guy, and you flip him on his back. And he's got one of the skulls on his face.
Pull it off. Crush it.
Pulls off the face and crushes it.
Okay. So it looks like this skull has done whatever it was supposed to do, because it just comes off really easy. And it's not moving. It's limp, actually.
I still crush it.
Okay, so you crush the skull, you toss it off to the side. He starts sputtering up a lot of that black, sticky sap out of his mouth.
That's not good.
So, medicine check. He is alive, but barely. It doesn't look like... If you guys don't get him to, a hospital or something, like a city, to see a cleric, he will die here, for sure.
Look,
He
this
won't
guy
survive a trip.
has gotten me out of some shit. He points towards the alchemist. If you got something for him, give it to him. If you don't, we're heading back to wherever the nearest city, town, or whatever the fuck.
Alright, so he just kind of nods to you silently and starts looking through his pack here. He's like, I'm not exactly sure what I need to give this man, because I have not experienced these things in my entire life. I don't
You
know
know what a
exactly
human's
what they
supposed to
do.
look like?
Well, he just kind of looks through. He's like, I could try a regular healing potion on me and see if that helps. Or you guys could use the salve that you ended up getting from the Spriggans. Does anyone have
Yeah,
any
but that
of
would take too long, regardless. We don't have enough time for that.
Yeah. So if that's the case, the Igor just takes out a health potion and he goes up to Moromir and he just like lifts his head a bit and just starts pouring the health potion down it. He sputters and spits a bit, but he takes most of it down. And the physical wounds that you see on his body, like his scars and his scratches and all that, start to heal a little, but not too much.
Not too much?
Yeah, not too much. Like he's still worse for wear, but he's better than what he was when you guys.
Is he still bleeding blood, or is it more sap?
It's more sap than blood right now. Because what's in his body right now, whatever it was, is leaking through his wounds that he had. So he's covered in this black sap stuff.
Induce vomiting. Poop.
You almost gag from it, but you managed to keep it in. Yeah.
No, I mean like make him.
Oh, make him gag.
Yeah.
He doesn't gag at all. Like you try and like stick your fingers down his throat, and he just like smacks your hand away, and he's just trying to like get up.
No, it's a lively one.
But
I'm gonna kick him in the stomach.
You're gonna kick him in the stomach.
He's out.
Say that loud to see if anybody counters him.
Igor just looks at you, like, I just gave this man a health potion, and you want to injure him further? What is wrong with you?
It's somebody in the stomach that usually hears.
What is wrong with us, Igor?
That is a good point. Yeah.
Listen, there's two ways of healing people that I know of. More pain or just ending it. Which one?
Yeah, that's among the more rational stuff he said.
Thank you. Just vomiting by kicking him in the stomach.
Alright. Roll for, I guess, strength then?
Strength and medicine.
Okay.
Well, it'd be more strength, because...
Oh, no! Punts into wall.
You hear a rib crack, and the guy just kind of like screams out in pain and looks up at you and is like, the fuck?
Hey, he's awake.
I'm gonna wrap his ribs. Oh no.
Okay, you do a good job at wrapping him up, and you manage to get a lot of the sap off as you do so as well. You clean it off fairly well.
so I got some poisons in my kit.
Well,
Kind of curious what the religion checks for.
Religious check for... Oh, he wants to summon Jesus.
I wish he critted that.
He was close.
I wish he did.
If he had advantage on religious checks, he would have. You manifest a god that doesn't exist into being. No.
As such, it is entirely weak.
You don't know entirely how to summon a altered deity or alternate deity to this plane of existence. So you just kind of make a bunch of shit up, but you don't really do much.
Starts speaking in some language he calls Latin.
So
Speaking in tongue.
the knowledge nature roll was for which? Sorry.
Okay, so with my experience of being an assassin and the poisons, I'm going through the poisons for one that that makes someone project vomit.
Yeah. You found one. Yeah.
Whatchamacallit?
Look, this is going to clear out your system, boss.
And
I move away.
Yeah, we both move out of the way.
okay.
I'm gonna just do insight to see if I recognize the vial.
You're pretty sure this is something that will induce vomiting.
Running back.
Igor takes a couple steps back.
Stand behind Morgak.
So you walk up to your boss. He grasps the grasps the bottle with both hands and just chugs it back. As he does so, he starts to retch and start dry heaving until a lot of this black sap just starts spewing forth. It's a lot more in its liquid form now, so it looks like just this black mud that is coming out of his body right now. And he
I make
keeps...
sure to step away before he does that. Like, okay, you got like 5 seconds. 1, 2, and backs up.
Yeah. So as he spews forth this black ichor, it starts to burn the ground around it. All the the stonework is fine of these ruins, but any grass that was getting covered in this, it starts to burn away almost instantly. It just kills the grass.
He vomits gloop. It's the same effect. It's gloop.
And then the black ichor starts moving, and it turns into a black pudding. Roll for initiative. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Oh no.
I'm kidding. No, but this it just makes a huge mess right now. But it looks to be helping him quite a lot. So he starts to very slowly get to his feet and kind of wobbles a bit. But he looks like he's recovered quite a bit from what transpired to him.
What the fuck happened when I left?
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Hipsam. When I finish sharpening the stick, I'm gonna rip him like peasant does to his practical woman.
I don't know either. He's
I am
guns.
It's a riddle.
It's a riddle.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
You're gonna rip him like peasant does to his practical woman. I'm not sure what that means, and neither does he.
Anyway, dialogue.
Yeah. A failed product of summoning deity. Oh, yeah. Apparently.
Oh.
Your madness is kicking in a bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Did you already have that?
So,
think it's
what the
getting
hell
worse.
happened?
So, he starts to explain what happened. He basically says that the
No voice?
the ceremony that you guys were planning kind of had a little hitch when you got surrounded by a lot more of those, I don't even know what you would call them, but those creatures that you saw at the very beginning. You guys ended up getting surrounded. As that happened, Zaertas and Zalice, along with 3 other individuals, ended up trying to fight them back as best they could. But the 3 people that the lizards were with decided to leave your party for dead and run off deeper into the woods before the ceremony was completed. So they ended up escaping, but your party, Liza, ended up staying behind, holding off these creatures until the captain was able to complete the ritual and seal off the cavern entrance. And that's basically it.
Okay then.
So the ritual was sealing the cavern.
Yes. There was a ritual that they used to seal off the cavern entrance to prevent any more of those creatures from getting through.
Well, how do we stop those creatures from being made?
Don't die.
This seems to have a connection with the Black Bolt, whatever.
The Black Root Plague.
So he looks to you and is like, aye, lass, definitely has something to do with that, but I can't figure out what it is. Other than the fact that anybody who dies, they just bloody turn into one of those creatures. Our entire party's disappeared. They could be one of them right now, for all I know.
That was almost you, Igor.
Igor looks at you and narrows his eyes. That was not me!
That's almost what you turned into.
I don't know.
Yeah, that thing almost killed you.
Well, it was close, yeah, but I had the situation well in hand, obviously.
I'm sure.
Well, the first few seconds you looked fine, but after that, I don't know. Almost like you're immune to it by building up a tolerance to a similar poison, like the same sap. I don't know how you'd manage that or anything.
If Sam continuously shows off his stick to you guys, it's like, look, it's almost done. Almost
Or he
finished,
gives a thumbs
guys.
up and continues the conversation.
Why have
But
you
yes.
killed him yet?
He's useful.
Anyway,
I'll roll a deception on that. No, I'm kidding.
caverns, whatever's.
Yeah. So
Well,
he
where did
points-
the lizard folk go? Because that's our main concern.
So he points to the southeast, and he says they exited through the cavern this direction, and he points to the southeast.
Alright,
Where the
go
black
ahead and
roots
guide us
go.
there.
Yeah. And he turns to you, Liza, and is like, I'm gonna have to make a report back to headquarters, tell them what's going on here, maybe get us some more help.
Yeah.
Wait, are you part of the owl?
The IOU, yeah,
No, it's a owl.
Ow!
they
He is.
hired me. I'm actually part of the Tempest Order, but we got things sorted out between each other, and they decided that to let bygones be bygones and let things go. So yeah,
That sounds
What they
dumb.
did was fucking blackmail me.
yeah, they pretty much did the same to me, lassie. It's all right. Don't worry, we'll get out of this sooner or later, and we'll have a nice party after. Trust me on that.
I'm gonna drink you under the table again.
No, you're not. Not before I do. Anyway, you have yourself a good day. Best of luck to you all. I gotta head back. And Liza, be careful. And he gives you like a little pat on the shoulder and a kiss on the side of the cheek. And a wink. And he starts walking off in the direction of where you guys came.
Catcall.
You guys a thing?
See, I'm an elf. We're very polygamous with our relationships.
She's not wrong.
You elves continues to surprise me.
Hey, I'm a half
Dwarves, we
elf. I
stick
did
with
the
one
worst of
person.
it.
Got this thing called loyalty. Look it up.
Yeah,
Walks away
I
from the
feel like
conversation.
that's problem with both humans and elves. Walks away to join Morgak.
I'm so glad they don't know my backstory.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so to the southeast then.
Yes. Do-do-do, keep on walking.
Okay.
So, to save a bit of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Shaboink! There we go.
Oh. Wait a second. What is this?
That tree looks like the other tree.
Yum, yum, yum. You can't jump over cliffs like that. Hacks! Hacks!
Acrobatics. Show him how it's done, Morgak.
Alright.
Acrobatic work.
Hey.
Acrobat orc.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't even make it up the side of the cliff, but you're smart enough to walk around it.
Oh, if I'm doing that, I wouldn't parkour of it. I'd just flat out climb.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we were just doing random parkour.
Yeah,
Oh!
Okay. Yep, he gets over no problem.
Alright. So. That smell. I smell more skulls.
You want to roll for perception?
Yes. Always.
All you hear is birds chirping and animals in the trees, but no skittering of skulls anywhere.
That's your second nat 20 for perception.
I don't understand.
My boy.
What you can tell, though, is the cavern is actually over here.
Oh! Guys, look. It's over there.
Things and stuff.
Alright, let's get a move on.
I swear to God, if I die before I get paid,
So do an
You're getting paid.
arcane check.
Yeah! It's either this or I wind up having all the information about what I do released.
What do you do?
Stuff and things.
Oh boy.
So, Hisham, you fire an Eldritch Blast into it, and it immediately gets absorbed by an invisible barrier. It just goes... Thump. That's it.
Oh wait, it was sealed off.
Morgak taps Lily on the shoulder and says, "That's why we keep him around."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that seems to be very useful.
It is.
I pick up a rock off the ground and throw it at the barrier.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Hisham.
Oh no. It bounces. Oh no.
Oh no.
So you go to poke it with a stick, and it immediately fires you back about 20 feet.
No, not at me. Not at me.
Yeah, straight into you.
No.
Can I use a reaction to catch him?
Catch him. Oh, yeah. Try and catch him as he flies.
Reflex save? Or sorry, dex save?
Yeah, do a dex save, because you gotta be quick on this.
I have advantage, thankfully, but that's not that great.
You manage to grab his arm and kind of like retch it before he smacks into Oust, and he kind of like skids onto the ground. Right in front of Oust.
You guys have, like, gods and shit, right?
I don't pray to any.
Yeah. It's kind of a long story, but yeah.
Why don't you fucking holler up one of them? See if they can help you.
I don't think that's how gods work.
You know what? Why not? It's been a while.
Oh shit! Stop rolling 20s.
Did that actually work?
Wait, which god were you praying to?
Corallian, backstory fellow.
Corellian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not nat 20, but you just kind of like hear a ringing in your head. Who's like, the altar, idiot.
Thanks. This is such a prick. Okay. Altar.
Yeah, so none of you heard that except for Oust. Oust in his head heard the altar, idiot. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna just head back to the altar thing.
Morgak, you should have destroyed it the first time.
And you said I shouldn't.
Don't
Morgak's saying that
destroy
to
it,
Lily.
we can dispel it.
Can you dispel it?
Roll for investigation and see what you find.
Investigation.
Yes.
Oh, that's remarkably average. Yay.
Alright.
That's better.
Yeah. So
That's Arcana. That's a
Morgak
Morgak.
is just like, seriously,
solid.
I just want to break it. There's nothing here. But Hibsam and Lily, you know for a fact that your boss and the mage that was with you etched carvings into the side of each and every pillar here. And all of them correspond with an element. So what you guys see on the main pillar here, so this one here, is etched...
Are we having some fifth element here?
So this is what you guys see on the main pillar, the center top, and then on each other pillar. So from the center, the top left, you see this line, top right is this, bottom right, and then bottom left. So that's what you see on all of these pillars here.
Well.
So the center pillar, this would be the center pillar, and then the other ones.
Choices. so. Hmm.
You expected me to up the elements? Hold on. So
You're not sure which element is which, though, Liza. You weren't responsible for making this. It was your boss and the mage that ended up making these wards. You just stood guard to make sure that they didn't get attacked.
it says fifth element.
I totally came up with this myself. Totally not fifth element. I don't know what you're talking about. Lilu multipass.
Ugh. Okay. What do we got?
So from what you can tell, do like an int check. Everyone do like an intelligence check.
This isn't gonna end well for me.
No, it's not for me.
Almost didn't end well for me. Oh!
Oh shit! Look at that.
I saw a green. I thought I got a nat 20, but I'll take that one.
You just think this is a complete waste of time, and you get ready to start chopping with your axe again.
Not again, Morgak!
Hivsam and Liza, both of you know two things. So, Liza, you know that these are about the elements, and in order to turn the ward off, you're going to have to find some form of that element to use on the altar. And Hivsam...
On the altar.
Yeah, Hivsam, you know this in addition to the fact the ward that they put on here has a booby trap.
Well, that's quaint.
Yeah.
Any
Hivsam,
ideas,
okay.
fellows?
Do you want to reiterate that to any of the party, Hivsam, or you want to keep that to yourself? Okay. So, Morgak, as you go in for a swing, Hivsam immediately says, "Do not touch it. It's booby-trapped." Okay.
Morgan slams his axe in the ground.
I was going to say, Hivsam, I don't think you want to take that risk necessarily. Yeah. So, basically, Hivsam, what you determine is it is booby-trapped. You guys have one chance at each altar to do this, otherwise the booby trap gets set off. Do not screw this up.
Well,
Okay.
5 elements.
From my memory, there are like 4 coordinates. Bullshit. Fuck.
Okay.
Very accurate, actually.
So, the one that goes up makes sense to be air.
'Cause
Because wind goes up.
Blood.
This is
bottom right, I guess. Could say it would be water, because water goes downhill.
Hold on.
If you're looking this up on Google...
Or, sorry, bottom left. Bottom left. Because it's going down.
It doesn't help
Yeah.
that you are swamp.
No, I'm thinking of the pentagram.
Hmm.
Wait, no, the things going up represent fire.
Makes sense. Bottom right would be earth, top right would be air, because airflow, and bottom left would be water.
Yes.
No. The ones that are like straight across, those need to be earth, because earth does not move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the bottom right one.
Yeah. The actual bottom right in the square block.
Not this one up here, this one down here.
This is the one that actually matters.
Right,
The
ignore this
bottom one. This one matters.
That would be earth, so I guess some dirt. I have firebolt.
Yeah.
This one is air.
Eldritch Blast? Or, I mean, air's already there, so do we even have to put anything?
If we're like supposed to put it on there, we can just blow on it. And then the bottom left, the human body is 70% water.
Or, I could just pour a little bit out of a canteen That works
Yeah, that
too.
Aww.
Or that, Hivsham.
So, Hivsham, you throw a rock at the bottom right, and
I'm stepping away from the altar while that's happening.
I want you to make a dex save, please.
Me?
No,
Or...
Hivsham. Hivsham
Oh.
throws a rock at it. So, the altar fires the rock back at you at full force.
Can I have reaction to catch it?
Let me see where you are right now, Morgag, before you do that. I'm just going to look up...
I don't know. I thought we were theater of the minding this part.
Theater of the mind part? Okay, yeah, we'll do the theater of the mind part. So you try and do a reaction to catch the rock before it hits Sam.
11. Not really trying that hard.
Nah, your fingers kind of like touch the rock as it flies by, but you miss, unfortunately. So...
How much damage to Sam?
6 to the head.
Okay.
Square in the forehead, my friend. Foo by thief.
Oh no.
It didn't hit you in the teeth. You're fine. Yep, yeah, you're seeing stars right now.
Well.
So you see like it looks like an invisible force field kind of just like shot it back at him.
You should
Choices.
just place the dirt on it, not be a fucking idiot and throw it at it.
That is a viable solution that I support.
Make a perception roll, all you guys.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm about to fail. What? I don't understand! This doesn't happen.
Morgak
is resting on his axe.
Yeah. He's just watching you guys do your thing. If Sam still sees stars, so he's just kind of like shake his head. Disadvantage because dizziness. So yeah, Liza and Oust, you guys kind of like walk around the altars, like the pillars, and you do notice that there is sort of like a cube missing. So like a little slot. It's probably about like, I would say a foot around in diameter, and it looks like you could place something in it. Each of these pillars or each of these altars has that. Including with the exception of the altar in the very front. The altar in the front is just a smooth circular slab with etching of a body on it.
In that case, someone blow into the one in the far top, and then we put that rock that Hivsham decided to fucking throw.
In the bottom right one.
And then you can pour some water in that one, and I'll just make a small little fire out of my hands in the top left.
Alright,
so which one do you want to try first?
have Sam put the rock in, since he was so elegant in it before.
What rocks? He can't see rocks. All he sees is stars.
I put the rock
In the skies? Yeah. I think if Sam is a little out of it right now, you might have to do it, Oust.
Well, that's unfortunate. I just kind of sigh, pick up the rock, and very slowly put it in the bottom right slot.
Okay. So as you do so, a stone slab starts to slowly close around your wrist as it accepts your contribution.
I'm moving my hand back.
Yeah, so it slowly closes over the hole, and it starts glowing a bit of a white aura, the altar that you just insert into, and you hear like a light buzzing sound, just like a low hum.
Oh.
Relax, it ain't bad. Alright. Your guy.
Oh, what?
I
I'm
have-
pouring some water in the bottom left for you.
Okay. So same thing happens. You start pouring water in the hole, and the stone slab starts to slowly close, and then starts
Okay.
glowing a faint blue.
I head to the top left,
Okay.
and I pick up a stick. Use firebolt on the stick to light the stick on fire, and then I stick it in there.
Okay.
Stick
Nope.
it in there.
Same thing happens. The stone slab slowly closes over the fire that you offered it, and it starts glowing a faint red.
And then I walk over to the top right one and just go.
So you blow into the hole, and it shuts slowly, and that glows a faint sort of like greenish blue, aqua color.
Neat. And last one's a person, so... I hope it's not about humans. I'm the closest thing to a human here right now. Any volunteers?
Do you have anything that resembles a human or that once was in a past life?
Dang it, we don't have Jerry.
If Sam immediately sits on the altar. So if Sam, oh, your my head, just like holding its head. So as Hifsam does so, he begins to slowly float upwards and goes closer to the center of the altar, and you can't move right now. Your arms and legs start to spread out in sort of like a V shape. And he starts to glow a very bright yellow just all around him. So, as you do so, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay.
Oh! That was close.
No,
That's impressive.
That's not bad, actually.
Oh.
You managed to shake off most of the effects of whatever is happening to you, but lucky you get another vision.
Yay! I get a vision, he gets a vision, everyone gets a vision this session.
Yeah, Hivsam is lucky enough to see this. So, inside your head, and your eyes are open, by the way, so you see this in your head. You see a gnarled tree that's all twisted with that black sort of like sap seeping from its bark all around it. And from the center grows a bunch of skulls covered in rotted flesh and decayed muscle. And as they do so, they start coming out, and they have like these spider legs that just start coming out of it constantly, and just keep forming around the branches of the tree, and it all turn to you, and all the skulls kind of like their mouths slack open, and the jaws aren't moving, but you hear a voice come from all the skulls simultaneously. It's very loud, and they say, "We are the Blighted. We come to cleanse this world of all life, to usher in a new dawn of peace to the land. Your futile attempts will not prevent what is coming. Become one with us, willingly, or be turned. Your choice." And they all skitter behind the tree, and then you just like come back to yourself, and you're on the ground in front of the altar, just laying down. You see Hivsham just kind of like lull back in his head. His eyes are rolled back into his head, and then a couple seconds later, he just like falls to the ground. And all the auras around the altar have like dissipated completely.
The fuck have I gotten myself into?
You get used to it. Trust me. It's one of those days.
So all you hear coming from Hivsham's mouth at the moment is, "They offered me marshmallows."
Tells them of the marshmallows that they offered.
So Hivsham tells you of like what happened is this tree just basically gave birth to a bunch of like spider skulls before immediately telling him that you're all gonna die if you don't join the Blighted.
The source. This is the source of the skulls. Kill it with all the fire. All of it.
Innocent death threat. Makes us scared.
And remind me next time not to be an idiot. So yeah, you guys go back to the whole forest bit.
Not the skulls.
Alright, let's go into the fucking cave.
Zoom.
Okay. So to the cave
Someone
you
sounds
go.
excited.
You
I have
go.
dark vision, I'm fine.
Same. Who doesn't have dark vision? Does anyone not have dark vision right now?
The only human with us.
Yeah, and none of you are human. Igor is, I believe he's half elf or elf. So
He's
yeah,
elven.
yeah, he's elven.
I'm human.
Woo! No torches for us. Alright. Let's see what's in the sketchy cavern.
It actually looks just to be like a tunnel that leads from one end to the other. So you guys come out the other side completely unscathed, really.
That was the lamest cavern of all time.
Likewise.
I'm kind of disappointed. Oh.
I'm not disappointed, I'm surprised.
It looks
You
like
might not
it's like the only tunnel in and out of this area, so you understand why your captain decided to block the entrance.
Okay? So
Nice.
what do we see on the other side?
So on the other side, you see like a path that leads downwards. And then it kind of like rounds the bend.
No, it'd be nice.
What?
Back up.
Back up.
Yeah, but see, that's a nicety, not a necessity right now.
So, Hivsam, what you see in front of you is this. You see a large group of those creatures surrounding a corpse, and it's in the same sort of condition as the captain was, but it looks like it's far more well into what they were doing. They're encircled around the body, and it's wrapped in vines. Their arms are extended forward. Each figure has their arms extended forward and has the vines wrapped around the corpse in the center. And they're just kind of like standing there, keep wrapping up the body and keep opening wounds on its chest and its arms and its legs. And as they do so, black ichor is like flowing down towards the body and just enveloping all the wounds and seeping into the cuts and everything.
Perception check. Do I know the person?
Yeah, roll for perception. See if you can tell who it is.
Well, I mean, it's very dead.
You think it's your elvish archer friend. Last you saw him, he got pulled into the woods by these things, screaming.
How dead is he?
I think Hivsam is trying to do Hunger of Hadar.
Yeah, you guys can have a surprise round. I'll get you to
Wait,
roll.
I get sneak attack!
Well, I mean,
What?
if you have the range, go ahead.
Assassinate. Starting at 3rd level, you have the advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken any turn in combat.
Yeah, so this is a surprise round. You guys have the upper hand on this. I'll get you all to roll for initiative.
In addition, any hit you score against a creature automatically is critical.
Yeah.
Alright, initiative. Where's my character? There he is. Oh, hold on. There.
Back with the 20.
Oh, that's That's funny.
There goes the surprise.
Well, this is our surprise round. We go before they get to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so only you guys are rolling right now, and then I will roll the enemy once you guys
Roll
do
again
your...
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, twin spell? Twin
Hey,
fireball?
Lydia. So with sneak attack, it can only be performed with a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon that uses dexterity. So I would recommend your longbow for this if you want to get that sneak attack.
Alright.
So the one that you would most likely be able to hit, because
Oh.
one of these guys you don't even see right now, you just see the tendrils kind of like reaching out, because he's like that. That's all you really see. But you'd be able to see this guy. It's a bunch of bushes, and then this guy be an easy target.
Can I infuse it with like a flame bolt?
Flame bolt? No, I don't think you'd be able to do that. You could only do like a regular attack or firebolt kind of dealy.
Well, the reason why I ask is because kind of infuse the fire into the bolt. Into the arrow.
So make a fire bolt.
Arrow?
To make a fire arrow, yes.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
okay. Within 6 seconds, I'll say that you were able to light something on fire and fire one single shot. So this was a sneak attack, so it's going to do double the damage that it caused. And you rolled a 20, so let's see if these guys even notice now. It's a sneak attack, so you're fine. So you're going to
Don't
deal...
bring your sneak attack dice.
Which one are you hitting? Are you hitting that one, or are you hitting the one near the bottom?
I'm hitting that one.
Okay. So the arrow sticks into the shoulder of the creature, but it doesn't look like it did a whole lot of damage. 12 plus 4, so...
How many levels in Rogue are you?
Level 3.
Okay, so you add 2d6 to that for your sneak attack.
Yeah.
So that'd be 8 plus 2d6, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you...
Wait, how's it 8?
Well, she caught the arrow on fire, plus she did the piercing damage with the arrow, so I'm letting her kind of get away with that. So that's, that's 9,
Shenanigans.
10, 11. So that's 11 damage. Like I said, it didn't do a whole lot, but it definitely gets his attention.
It's actually 15 because of the, it's an auto crit, so dice are double.
Oh, yeah. So that would actually be 6 plus 6 plus 2.
So 14.
14, yeah.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Nice.
Hmm.
All right. So yeah.
How dead looking is this dude in the center?
From this distance, you can't really tell. He's not moving though.
Well, I mean, you
Are
said
you
he
guys
looked
just
worse
gonna
off.
do your thing of setting everything on fire? Because if that, so I'm not even gonna burn a rage.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's better if you stay back right now. I'm gonna do the sorcerer thing. And you know what that means. Fireball.
Fireball.
Here we go. What level?
Oh, Morgak, it's actually his turn. But
Oh, yeah.
Are you staying back, Morgak, or are you gonna run in?
I will stand ahead of them, having heard, oh, I'm gonna firebolt these guys, and not wanting to be on fire. Just stand there, take dodge action. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Cool.
All right,
So
I
then
see.
David's turn. Or no, Oust. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then David.
Right in the middle.
Come on.
And a nice 4th level fireball.
Okay.
Oh!
Shit, man.
Pepperoni.
Ow.
38 damage.
38.
For airbud? Damn.
For airbutt.
And then they have to make a DC deck save. So, let's see. 1. So. And up. And up. Ha! 1. One's just like, nope.
At least he still takes half.
He takes only half.
So he'll take the 16 instead.
19.
Oh, plus the 6, yeah. So that's... Oh, so that'll be 38 damage. Gotcha. Okay, so he's at that, and then this guy will take. Wow. Okay. So the one that Liza hit, that one is like really badly damaged. It's kind of like a little bit on fire. The corpse, however, the corpse is totally on fire right now. So we're just going to go ahead and switch that up there. Boop.
You know, I would be able to do that.
Well, I guess you can do it next turn. Alright, so yeah, they're a teensy bit on fire. Just fire everywhere. I don't know why it's coming in upside down, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. David, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Let me just measure the size. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
It should be 20. No. Exactly 20. So basically around this circle.
Okay.
So yeah. So they have like difficult terrain, they can't see anything by no means. And they take
This ship has
36 damage on every turn.
now.
They start and end in there.
Okay. 86,
So
36. So,
that would be all.
alright. So they're going to immediately take 2d6 each then.
Yeah. At the start of each turn they are in there, and at the end of the turn they end in there too. And they have difficult terrain.
Okie dokie. So we're going to go ahead and roll these guys for
They see nothing.
Okay, and they got a 10. Okay. So, boop. So next up is going to be Morgak, followed by the baddies, followed by Oust, and that, and that. Okay, cool. So, Morgak, it's your turn. Right now, you
Well,
can...
they're currently within that, so
Yeah, you can't see anything.
over there, hold action. As soon as one of them pops out, I'm just ripping into it.
Okay. So, it'll be their turn. I'm going to see if their perception is any good.
I think they can see nothing from there.
We'll know the general direction of where they need to head.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
the attacks came from.
Plus, they'll take 2d6 cold damage at the start of this turn.
Yeah. So that one... Yep. And that one... And that
David, do you
one.
want to roll that damage?
Oh, I do that. Okay.
Okay, so only 2. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Whoa, that one
This one
hurt.
comes out. And
I don't know. Oh,
10,
you were rolling 2d6 for each one.
15. 15,
Yeah.
20, oop, 25. Yeah, that's the only one that comes out. So it goes to try and attack you, Morgak.
And they take
That one takes
again
12
damage.
damage, and I get my attacks on it.
So let's see. 2d6 is 12 for each of these. So as he walks out, he takes another 12 damage.
And those that remain in there takes again damage.
Yeah.
And then I will take my attacks.
Okay, go ahead and take your attacks. That's a hit.
Oh, one of those hit.
Oh, yeah, the first one definitely hit.
10.
10? Okay. Yeah, this one's near death right now. You lop off one of its arms and it starts wriggling towards you.
Oh, joy. On the plus side, he doesn't have advantage to hit me.
Nope.
Alright, if you wanted to give him his attack.
Yeah, just taking all the damage for the other ones. So this guy uses his other arm to go ahead and attack you. And poop. I thought I set these guys up properly, but apparently I did not. It's giving me an error, so just bear with me here, and I will find their damage here.
Apparently, they're worth $1.
Apparently. Where are you? 7. 17. Okay. So, let's just pop that out in a window so I can use it. First, let's see if he hits. That'll hit.
Probably.
Oh no.
The plus side, he only has one arm, so he can do only one attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life, right?
Alright,
Yeah.
now what's that tablet?
So... Oops.
Oh dear.
5 physical damage. And...
Is he gonna hurt me mentally?
yes, he will.
Oh no.
$17 psychic damage.
That's an ass and a psychic.
I
Like a cubic ass ton.
Mm-hmm.
Other things just make you swear and curse.
Do I hear voices in my head?
When you're chewing on life's gristle, that
Oh, I do.
grumble, give a whistle. Whistle, help, hurt,
Oh my god. No, we're not doing that. No. Alright. I was like, what the hell is that sound? So yeah, that's its attack. That's all it's going to do. And the Katori are done because they don't know which way is which at the moment. So you said if they end their turn in the circle too, they take damage?
Yeah, but they already took that damage if you mark the ones
Yeah, I
that
did.
you just pulled.
So those
Yeah.
Alright, oust. So the only one you can see is the one in front of Morgak, and it's missing an arm, so it looks pretty weak.
I'm let's see what spell.
Fireball again.
Not to the one right next to Morgak. Nah. Chill touch. Okay. Oh.
That is a miss, sir. You try and hit it, but you hit the tree next to it. The tree just kind of like
That's-
cracks under the ice.
I'm gonna use the sorcery point and add 1d4.
To the tree?
I hit it. You're able to do it afterwards
Oh, yeah.
with the thing. Yeah.
That still misses.
Darn. Oh well.
Sorry, you tried. Alright,
It's alright.
Liza, you're up.
She is currently AFK.
Oh no.
I will hold her action, and I will move on to David then.
Alright, so I will climb this log here,
He's getting serious.
Oh shit.
and... Okay, so can I use one Eldritch Blast now, another to, like, prepare action?
Aren't
So-
you concentrating right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you use Eldritch Blast, you're gonna dissipate the aura.
No, Eldritch Blast isn't a concentration. You can only get rid
Yeah,
of
it
the
just-
concentration if you
Hunger
cast
or
another
Hadar, isn't it?
concentration.
Yeah, hunger is concentration, but I think it does not I do not cancel it.
It's you can
Well,
only have one concentration going at a time.
Yeah. So you can concentrate on that spell and fire off an Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
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 But can I like separate it into two different like attacks? One use now, one preserve.
To hold until your next action.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
So the first
So,
Eldritch Blast you're gonna fire.
That's the guy next to Morgak.
Okay.
Let me just find it.
That Eldritch Blast misses.
Okay, and I'll hold the action for the second one.
Okie dokie.
If anyone comes out of the mist, I mean, whatever it is.
Yeah. So
dark
as a
circle.
reaction, you'll fire off the second.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Be all.
Is Liza still AFK? I think she is. Yeah. Okay. I will hold her action one last time. Morgag.
Reckless.
All right.
Kill him.
I hope so.
Do it. That looks like death.
That would do it. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You slice. You chop this guy to pieces. His limbs are flying everywhere,
Yay. Delicious.
and they are wriggling around a lot.
Not so delicious.
You can tell from the wounds that you inflicted on this creature, the vines and the black ichor is what's keeping this corpse moving and animated. But once you start chopping this thing to pieces, the animated parts, like the limbs, keep moving for a little bit until they just like lie still.
So what you're saying is cut off their limbs.
They're deadites.
Yeah. Right now, it's a torso with a head, and the head is looking at you through like some dead, pale white eyes. There's no pupils. You just see white eyes. It's just kind of like snarling at you.
Looking back.
Can I pop the head off of the torso?
Like with your hands?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that.
Okay.
Jerry
And I-
2.0.
No, I throw the head into the Hunger of Hadar.
Okay. So as you toss the head in, it starts gnashing its teeth at you as you throw it into the darkness. So
Tentacle grabs it, drags it into the abyss.
Yeah.
all right. Liza, you're up.
All right.
So right now in this square, you can't see anything. So if you try and hit something, you'll have disadvantage unless it's like a magic missile or something.
Okay, magic missile.
All right then.
One to each or all three on one?
3-on-1.
Yes!
Okay.
Do it.
So 1d4 plus, so that's 5. You have 3 magic missiles though,
Yeah, at level 1 should be.
and then 2 and 2. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna say that they hit the one closest to the exit here. So, you hear the impact, but you don't see the result. All right.
Hear hissing in the mist.
Yeah, it's just like he didn't like it.
Oh no. And at the start of the turn, so they take their
2d6. Yeah.
damage. Ooh!
Oof. That'll sting you, babe. Okay, so 10 to each of them.
No. 10, 8, 8.
10, 8, 8.
10.
He rolled them
Oh,
individually.
yeah. Okay, so
One more I rolled, but you know.
and 8. So that one there. Okay. We're going to see if they see.
You hear slump, they hit the rock.
Just thunk. Yeah, and yeah. And then this one. Come on. Yeah. Go away.
Huh.
Definitely. Okay. So this one.
I'm surprised how many people are going to be like, what the fuck is she?
Hmm.
By the way, difficult terrain.
So, yeah. So counts as double basically.
Yep.
10. This one makes it out.
Morgak, kill it.
Laser.
First, Eldritch Blast from Hiv Sam. We'll do that. Let's see if you hit. 10, 20, 30, 10, 20. Don't move the fire.
You know, that must be a really terrible place to be in right now. Everything is either cold or burning.
Or
slurping.
slimy and slurping and wriggly.
Like burning you with acid or burning you with fire or you're freezing to death. I don't understand it.
It's not a pleasant place, yeah. Hiv Sam, can you roll your Eldritch Blast? I'll see if you hit this one that just came out.
I rolled up there.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have the second
Oh,
one.
right, the
It's
10.
10, 7.
So yeah, that'll still miss. So you fire it wide. And let's see. So now this one gets an attack on. You know what? Let's get Liza into this. It's gonna attack you.
Yay!
Yeah,
Oh, it's doing the thing again.
Yeah, I forgot. I gotta fix that later. But for now, let's see if it hits.
Oh, yeah.
That'll hit.
Yeah! Oh dear.
I'm fine.
So 5
Did you see how much... Oh, just you wait. There it is.
So 5 physical, 15 psychic, 20 total.
That's fine.
Okay. And that's Dikatori's turn. So now
How
it's-
many of them remains in there
Oust.
to roll for damage?
Yes.
Well, you know you killed one.
You know, but I have to roll when they enter in for additional damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. The
Oh, yeah.
2 in there are also taking another 2d6.
Yeah, so it's just
That
2 that
hurts.
are in there. So 8
And 5.
and
Okay.
5 for the next one. Yeah, okay.
Let's go with a twin-spelled firebolt. Because why not?
Okay. First one hits, second one does not.
Okay, and...
10 damage. This guy's on fire right now.
Yay!
He didn't like it. He's wailing his arms around.
Wacky inflatable arm-waving vine man.
Yep.
Fantastic. How much does it cost to buy one?
He'll be dead in a second, so you'll get one for free. David, you're up.
Yay! Only cost me 1 sorcery point.
I prepare Eldritch Blast
Okay.
if it comes out.
Well, one's on fire right now if you want to finish that off.
Nah.
Nah, let it be.
So you have your action. All right. Morgak, you're up.
Reckless.
Just...
Put him out of his misery.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
second one hits for 8 damage. 8 damage.
I presume both of them hit. 25 and a 26.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you went reckless. So yeah, both of them hit. You
That's
chop this guy
25
into
damage.
a pile of just burnt wood, vines, and flesh.
Vine man.
And I kick the remains into the darkness.
Yay.
And it just like dissipates the fire completely. And you see vines slowly wrap around the remains and pull it in.
Well, that's sketchy.
Well, not vines, the tentacles I meant. Just pull it in. So yeah, happy day.
Happy.
Liza, you're up.
Hold up. Is she gone?
No, she's not gone. She's looking.
Gods will be pleased, yes.
Sacrifice the flaming vine body.
No, there's something that I have in mind.
Oh?
Don't go in.
You can't see, so...
I don't need to see for what I'm planning.
How quaint.
You don't want it slurped. No.
I mean, you can.
You know what I should have done? I should have just did this.
Ugh.
That's better.
Oh.
Well, it makes sense.
You
Yeah,
know what?
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Good.
Stop in the darkness.
Okay.
Oh no. Step in darkness, cast spell, step out. Technically, you don't take damage.
This is true.
You
Burning
do take
hands
damage from entering it.
in a 15-foot cone.
I think she doesn't. Only when you start and end the turn.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
at the
she-
beginning.
Because
Yeah, she won't take
shenanigans.
She won't take damage, but if she fires off burning hands in a 15-foot cone, she's bound to hit something, probably.
Yep, that was the plan.
Which direction you?
They're heading straight ahead of me.
Oh,
Okay.
Is that a deck save for him, or?
I don't think burning hands requires a dex save. It's
Well, it's either with spells. It's either you give them a save or you roll to attack.
yeah, like I
wouldn't
guess it also
have
depends
either.
on what your DC saving throw is. I'd have to take a look at that real quick. Boop. Yours is charisma, and it's a 14. Okay, so let's see how they do. That is that, and that is that. Okay, so yeah, neither of them made it. So the first one will take 10. Did you do like a... You're doing it twice? Do you have like twin spell?
Yes.
Oh,
maybe she's multi-classed into sorcerer then.
she did.
Mhm.
She did sorcerer.
Ah.
Rogue.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Didn't want to quite give it up.
That's done. And then this, you hear in the darkness a squeal of pain and a flash of light as something in front of you bursts into flame and just like immediately gets snuffed out. And you hear the
No.
you hear the slurping of these tentacles all around you. Mm-hmm. So now, it's his turn.
Get-
So
Get out while you can, you fool.
you fool! So he'll take another... But it's rough terrain, so it's like 10, 20...
Did she
It
get
just-
out of
you
the area?
guys, from out of the corner of your eyes... well, she's still in it right now. Out of the
Then
corner
she
of your
takes
eyes, you
damage.
see... Is this. Yeah. And then you would take 4 damage. Liza.
Alright.
Yeah.
And what do we see out of the corner of our eyes?
So, if you guys notice, this thing just moves out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
So you can't see past the busted up walls there. I don't know. I think that's just a glitch.
Like heck, it's escaping.
Yeah.
Freaking magic missile it.
So, Oust, you're up.
Magic missile, the one that just tried to run away.
Okay.
It's not getting that far. Kidding. Get out. Just do it at second level. Nope. Yeah, second. Ooh.
Okay.
I'll take that.
That's
And
fair.
that's all. Yeah, and that'd be what? How many missiles? Some.
Yeah, you had like 3d4 plus 3 plus another 1, 2. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
had 5 magic missiles.
5.
Fire off into the darkness, and you hear every one of them connect, and a faint thump onto the ground.
I will cancel the concentration.
Okay.
Can we still have an order?
I just kind of pump my arm down. Success.
Just like jump up and freeze frame. Yeah!
Pretty much.
Da-da-da! It's like 80s montage time, guys. Alright. So
Oh.
from the aftermath, everything is on fire. It kind of smolders away, though, because of that slurping, tentacle-y stuff. And all that's really left behind is pieces and limbs just strewed all about. Most of the flesh has been stripped from the bones, as well as the vines have kind of like burnt away, to only really leave back just pieces of gore, really.
We're not in combat anymore, are we?
No, you're not in combat anymore.
Okay. I'm going to step away
Okay.
and throw up.
All right. So you guys hear some like retching in the bushes.
I'm going to come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Set fire to the body.
I kind of already.
Okay.
More, that way so we get rid of all the gore and shit. And then walk back and continue throwing up.
Okay.
Can we check out if the body is still... Is there anything on the body there?
Yeah, so the remains of the body is all really just like skeletal in nature. Roll for investigation to see if you can tell what it was before you guys incinerated it.
Okay.
Oh, and Morgak, you
I
see
see.
right in front of you, the corpse is not moving. It's just kind of laying there right now.
Rather average. Ah, good. I killed it. Wonderful.
May I roll investigation?
Yeah, you can roll investigation. If Sam, you have no idea what this used to be. From what you can tell, it's a corpse now. Oust, it's a skeleton.
Okay. I think...
Morgak, you're pretty sure it's dead. It's not moving.
So, okay, I don't know if any of you guys would dare have common sense, but if you witnessed someone you know get killed and turned into a gross monstrosity, I think you would wind up vomiting.
I agree with that.
I've seen it happen to a lot of my brothers.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You elves, thinking you're high and mighty. Not having people around you die constantly.
It's every day, bro. So, wait, Hifsam, are you poking it with a stick?
No.
I was just gonna say.
No.
No, Hifsam just turns to you. Oust is like, want my stick? I sharpened it myself.
Sure.
I call him stick.
Take good care of it. I'll watch.
Okay. I promise I will.
Did you give it a name?
You will what?
Okay, so there's no more gore due to the fact that it's all been incinerated?
Yeah, pretty much all the corpses have been burnt away. What's
Smells
left?
like burnt flesh. Ugh.
The corpse that you guys caught on fire is like just crispy bacon sort of skeleton.
Are you hungry yet, Morgak?
If you want to roll for investigation to see who it might have been, you can.
I already know who it was.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see if he has anything of mine. Like my socks or something.
Well, you've got some ashes there. Those might have been your stuff.
I would say that you find an amulet that he was wearing around his neck. It's his family crest.
Alright.
How does it look like?
Selling for a pretty penny.
You have no shame.
I'm gonna have a look at that to see if I recognize the crest at all. Well, that was a failure.
No, you don't.
My
you
luck's
don't
gone.
recognize the crest so much. Yeah.
What's your sister's pills like? Then what? But do I?
Oh,
Hifsham, you recognize the crest as he's an investigator for the IAU. He's actually fairly high rank as well. Comparatively, it would be like captain, a rank of captain.
oh boy.
He's with the arcane policeman.
So basically, you know those like police badges that you see those guys wear on TV? Yeah, around their necks. That's basically what he was wearing.
That's your bed. That's your pillows, right?
Ah, yeah, you open up.
My pillows, yes, but there's like
That pillow.
there's only one pillow here.
You stealing the badge?
And it's also a pretty flat pillow.
Well, no, like Liza already has it in her hand and she pocketed it.
Oh, I thought.
Hifsham
Good
got
Sam
to
was
take
taking
a
it.
look at it as she was picking it off his corpse, and he recognized it as a captain rank for the IAU.
It's
Oh.
mine now, and it's going to be sold.
Okay.
Not gonna get much. Not like the IAU even exists.
I'm not meddling with these guys.
Yao is not a thing to mess with.
Yow!
Yes.
Well, when they wind up blackmailing you, you're kind of not exactly. They're not exactly in the good eyes of you.
And for what were they blackmailing you, miss? May I ask?
No!
Apparently, you can't ask.
I mean, we don't really know her particularly well, so...
So okay, you're gonna try and intimidate her. Then, Liza, roll for. Oh, what was the opposite of intimidation? I think you have to like insight or something. Hold on, I gotta look that up now.
Whatever willpower is.
Yeah, whatever willpower is. Yeah.
Is that like wisdom? I don't know.
Do you want me to make a will save?
Yeah, it'd be like a. I guess a.
Intelligence or charisma?
Let's.
I thought it'd just be flat insight.
Yeah, let's just do flat insight. That's fine.
Oh. Oh, barely.
Okay, so yeah, she's not intimidated by you whatsoever. She just kind of glares at you, Hifsham.
Well, I'm not minding you if you go with us, but I don't want to be chased by EIU for any reason, if it's important. So you should clarify some things to us before we part on.
First, Sam, weren't you originally being chased down by someone?
I'm not.
Are you sure?
I think I'm not. Apart from this guy and show to the amulet.
Rolling insight.
Look,
Yeah, I'll try it. We'll see what happens.
they don't. They have to use me, but they don't like me. That's
I
our
believe.
relationship.
Yeah, you don't.
I believe him, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No
Alice,
baggage from that one.
yeah, Alice, you kind of, again, like, you kind of suspect he might be lying about something, but from this particular instance, you're just like, nah, he's not being chased by anyone in particular.
But is it by a group of people? No.
But it's one of those cases where, like, they have to put up with me, whether they like it or not.
So we should not expect a raid on us because we are
No.
with you. Fine
No.
with me.
You're
And that's the
fine.
deal.
They let me do my own thing as long as it's one of their targets, and then
Alright,
they don't mind of how dirty I get my hands.
That's fair.
I thought elves were all about that cleanliness and things.
Is a lot. They're like the extremes. There's no in between.
They want to make sure everything is in a nice, tidy bow. And if that bow's covered in blood, that's good enough.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Morgak, darling, don't judge an elf by their ears.
I judge
Like
elves
yours.
by everything. Yeah. I just judge elves for being elves.
he judges with his axe.
Mm-hmm.
Morgak's not a racist. He hates everyone equally.
He does not hate, he loves, but to kill.
But no, you're not going to have to worry about being hunted.
That's too bad. I kind of wanted to meet the Yow.
At the rate I'm going with the fireballs, you'll probably meet them. Rgak.
They might
In
need
hell.
someone with arcane proficiency.
That's true. They're going to need your help, Morgak. They need the Arcane Orc. Special unit Arcane Orc.
They couldn't afford me.
You're basically
Well, Lewis
working for
can't,
free
yeah.
right now, so
Yeah, he gets the satisfaction of killing things.
Yeah.
That's good for Morgak.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but legally.
this is true.
True, but I mean, legal or illegal killing doesn't really bother Morgak as long as it's killing.
Also true.
I like that alignment. That's a fun alignment. You can kill without worry or care.
Chaotic neutral is like what most people go with. It's just easier.
That was lawful evil.
Lawful evil? Lawful evil is a little more evil, I guess, than chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral lets you basically do anything within reason. Lawful evil, you do things that better yourself more than the group. But if it really comes down to it, you're going to help the group if it betters your goals. So if saving a farmer from a bunch of like goblins, that doesn't interest you, but saving a farmer from a bunch of goblins and that farmer has an item that you particularly want, then you're interested.
Or just help the goblins kill the farmer and take the stuff.
Exactly, but when you're with a group of law-abiding citizens, you're smart enough to know that's probably not a good idea, and just play along.
Alright.
Yeah. Because it's like it's strength in numbers, right? Like if you have more evil party members than good, then you could persuade the other ones to go along with your plan, as opposed to being surrounded by paladins and you're like the only evil necromancer, and all you want to do is raise a family, and they won't let you.
No.
Raise from the dead. I get ya. Now what?
Now,
Onward to search for the lizard guy.
onward to search for the lizard guy, yes.
His name's Zaertas.
So I'm going to get you guys to roll for perception, please.
Oh no. I'm dubious.
Don't worry, guys. I got the worst rolls out of the way.
No, all my worst rolls are yet to come.
Liza seems to be rolling pretty good.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah,
Too married to
Hishem's a
see
no.
anything.
Guide us, Lily.
Liza, you find on the ground 2 collars.
Oh no. Are they empty or in use?
They're not glowing.
Dang it.
Pick it up.
Still good, though. As long as we have the collars on the ground, they're not on them.
Okay, but do they still work? Can we use them on other people?
Roll for an arcane check and see if you can tell if they're still working.
Morgan, do your job.
Morgak, please. I have no hope. Sam has no hope. Morgak has more hope than us.
Do you mind telling me?
Liza, you can make a arcane check as well and see if you can figure out if these things are still active.
Natural one.
See if you roll better than the Arcane Orc. Oh, by 1. Okay, so I'll say you and Morgak can tell that they're not broken, but they're not on. It doesn't look like there's any aura coming from them or any magical properties that you can see.
What the fuck is this?
I
The collars used to control people. I say we break them.
They're pretty much slave collars. Yeah.
I take them.
Oh! Here, give
We're
them
gonna
to
keep them out of Chris Sam's hands.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
Guys,
Both of you make strength checks. I want to see how this plays out.
I just
boy.
touch them and do shocking grasp.
make stay.
Right now they're fighting over which collar. Oh!
That was close.
So
Ooh.
he just barely retches both colors out of your hand.
Both.
Both of them.
It's kind of sad though. Morgak rolled a 2 and managed to beat him when Hivcham had to roll a 9 to even get close.
Still.
Still, you could have pulled his arm off.
The lowest he could have gotten is matching him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so right now Morgak has the collars.
Put them in the bag of holding. I don't want to look at them.
You don't want to break them?
Well, might be useful in case we have certain people we need to keep in line.
Yeah, Hivsham doesn't want you guys to break them. You need to return them to Zasser.
That's
Or
true.
At least that's...
Also, there is a fair likelihood of that one monster that we had to catch before being in these woods somewhere.
That's true.
Strong possibility.
Fine.
Just keep them under lock and key. I'll trust you with that, man.
Gotta get all the Pokemon. Yeah. Catch them all.
Can we become the Elite Four? Battle against each other to see who becomes champion?
Well, first you
I'm
gotta...
literally just going to go in and kill the Pokemon myself.
Morgak
I don't
uses
think they-
Morgak.
It's super effective.
Yeah. Morgak has run into a wild veteran mage. Morgak uses Morgak. It's super effective.
Morgak uses Frenzy. He can attack 2 times in a row. Ugh.
Morgak uses Rend from Body.
Critical hit.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys gonna hold on to the collars then?
Yeah.
Throwing them in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Alright.
What are those things?
I thought we just explained.
No, I know they're slave collars, but like how are they used?
I'm not going to educate you on them.
I am not
Dangerous.
very fond of anyone else learning about them.
I could have used them as my new play toys.
That is exactly why I'm not telling you how they work.
It's like
And nothing against you, but I don't think any of us know you long enough to trust you.
No, it's fine. Again, my first encounter with you was me stabbing a thing to lovely, lovely little bits.
I was good at first impression.
I look at her, raise a hand holding 5 gold pieces, and just kind of rub them together tauntingly.
Do you want to roll for intimidation?
No, that's more like roll
Why not?
loading.
I'm not gonna kill you!
Performance. Oh, beautiful.
You're considerably annoyed by the fact he's taunting you with just 5 gold pieces. Yeah, you were really pissed off at him, but you you just kind of like embarrassingly just like turn your head and cough. Shall we move on?
Smirk and slide them back into my money pouch.
Out of character. Morgan's sitting at a pretty 40. We could use a short rest at some point.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So this is kind of where I was going to end the session anyway. So did you guys want to spend the next session resting here, or did you want to move on and find another place? It's up to you.
Seems safe enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll use the corpses as a barricade.
You know, I have a terrible feeling that during the night, there are just going to be like a swarm of them coming over us.
Oh, I was thinking short rest, not long rest.
That's
So
true.
4 hours.
4 hours. That's fine.
It's an hour.
Oh, right. I forgot I was doing Pathfinder version.
Keep mixing Pathfinders
Oh.
mix.
Yeah. So 1 hour as opposed to 8.
It'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We're all gonna die.
No, probably.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
this session,
I can't
though.
wait to see this uploaded.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm going to do it tonight.
Alright, I gotta go. Wait, is the stream over now?
Yeah, it's pretty much done.
Did you add the thing?
Oh yeah, I'll stop streaming now. Symphony. Gonna come back next month, probably maybe middle of
All right.
September. But yeah,
Later, David.
Later.
Gotta wake up.
I have an exam tomorrow, man.
Oof.
Made it sound like you were asleep now.
Yeah.
I'm asleep playing D&D, and I wake up to play more D&D.
Yeah.
Life is strange.
7 hours of
Wait,
sleep
before
is
you
enough.
go, everybody reveal your hand. I got a 4.
Oh!
David, what did you have?
Come on.
Oh!
Oh! Destroyed us.
GG, guys, GG.
Yep. Except it's mine now.
Oh, haha.
Oh, wait. No, take the card back.
Done.
Thank you.
Now I'll win.
No! Can't be. Alright.
Wait, I can't delete it. Shit.
What did you
There
do?
we go.
Yeah, that's
Yes. Alright. It was a good session.
I guess we'll short rest next time.
Yep.
that works.
Cool. Alright, have a good night, guys.
Yep,
You too.
you too.
Thanks.